Hi, my lovelies. Welcome to Inner Alchemy Oracle. My name is Tia, and today we are doing another pick a card reading. And in today's reading, we're going to be looking at what blessings are coming your way. This time frame could vary since this is a general reading. The specific timeline could vary for each person, but we're going to look into what these blessings will be, what energy you will work through, or the energy that you will be working through on the way to this blessing, so you can just have some potential insight into signs, synchronicities, or experiences that may happen on the way to you receiving these blessings. And then we'll end off with some general guidance from your spirit team. So we have three groups here today. Group number one, we have this beautiful crystal option. This is Orchid Calcite. For group number two, we have this gorgeous blue crystal here. Make sure that's in frame. I forget the name of this one, but I will have all of the crystal names with their group in the description box below. And then we have this tiger's eye for group number three. So take a minute, pause the video if you need to, and just settle into this space, settle into this reading, relax, get cozy. Grab a hot beverage. I am drinking some hot tea. I have honey vanilla chamomile, and peppermint mixed together. I like to mix teas, so yeah, that's what I'm drinking right now. But get cozy with me, pause the video, take some deep breaths to just connect with yourself and ground into this space. I can't talk today. And then also to just connect with your intuition, to see which pile or maybe multiple piles that you are drawn to. And then you can choose the pile that you're most drawn to based on the timestamp in the description box below. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in your reading. Bye. Hi there, pile number one. If you chose this pile and this Orchid Calcite crystal, then this is your reading all about what blessings are coming your way. So we're going to get into it, starting with your first card that just represents the underlying energy for your group. And we have all that glitters. What I'm noticing first off is like this person right here is kind of hidden behind the light. We have some masks, and it makes me think of that saying, like, all that glitters. 7, like the number 7 kind of makes me think of illusions for some reason. But yeah, all that glitters isn't gold. Like, what's underneath the surface, I'm hearing. So we're gonna look at the guidebook to get into what the energy for that group, for your card, excuse me, is underlying energy for your group, I should say. So we have all that glitters, essential meanings, a need to see beyond the superficial, the desire to don a mask or dress something up to disguise its true nature, trying to be something you're not, chasing after every sparkly new thing, being mercurial. It's only human to want to adorn oneself in trinkets and paint a pretty picture of oneself. It's natural to want to acquire the trappings of status or to deny them as a statement of rebellion. But if it sparkles, is it better? Whether it's a fast car, a big house, a title or position, the stamp of authority, or the sparkling of diamonds, these icons let you know something about a person, place, or thing. Or do they? The truth is that people seek to acquire things because of what they will do for them and how they symbolically will elevate them and make them more attractive. This card signals that it's time to see beyond the adornments and probe underneath the surface. Learn to recognize the masks people wear and the motives underlying them. Imagine that all the glitter is gone. Would you still desire the person, the object, or the person? If this has to do with relationships, then the relationship message is sometimes we try to become something we're not to impress others. We embellish a story a bit, adding some dramatic elements to make us more appealing. The real person becomes hidden behind the sparkle and shine. Then there are times when we don't see the true value of someone because he or she may not have the glitz and glamour that seems so desirable. Now is the time to look past the surface, beyond the mask, to the essence of a person. Who that person is, not what he or she has or can give you, is important. See beyond the glitter and look for the inner glow. Use the eyes in your heart. Let go of artifice and let what is authentic shine. We have the prosperity message, if this has to do with abundance. So let's see. Sometimes an opportunity looks so good that it glitters like gold and you just can't resist it, especially when it appears others are doing so well and have hit the mother lode. During the American gold rush, everyone hurried west to find their fortune and then deserted entire towns after the mining depleted the gold veins in the earth. So too can you deplete yourself as you chase after the latest shiny thing that has caught your eye. There is a mercurial quality to your present circumstances. Pay no attention to those who chase after fool's gold. Resist the temptation to be jealous of others. What they have achieved may not be the true success you seek, so don't compare yourself to them. You see only the surface right now, only the sparkle. Be assured that you will experience your own shining moment if you stick to what you know. All that glitters may not be gold for you. And then finally, we have a protection message. This card is a signal to walk away from what you're contemplating. There is a thin veneer of glitter and sparkle that masks something rotten underneath. Ooh. Pursuing it will only bring about a difficult situation you will be sorry you got yourself into. Stay away. Isn't it wonderful how spirit protects you? Better things await. So all of these messages just kind of make me think about like discernment and just looking beyond the surface, looking beyond the obvious. I'm not going to say that everything that feels good to us is too good to be true. Like we deserve good things, but just discernment is just what I'm feeling like. Just how can you practice more discernment and look deeper beyond the surface to see like what something truly is, what someone's intentions truly are. Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna get into our oracle deck to look into the main themes of what these blessings are. I want to find out just what these general blessings are, the energy of these blessings, because they can specifically show up in your experience in different ways since this is a general reading, but we'll just look at the energy of those blessings. So what is the energy of these blessings that are coming for my group? Oop, one. Wow. Okay, this was way too many cards, so maybe that is indicative of you just having like an outpouring of like opportunities or something coming at you, and it just seems like so much, but oh, we have prosperity. But yeah, that it kind of makes me think of how all the cards jumped out. It kind of made me feel like there's just so many options coming my way, and like maybe you could get excited and want to accept them all because like, oh, this is amazing, but what's beyond that? Like, is all of that necessary? Ooh. Let's see. What are the blessings coming for my group number one? Blessings coming. Ooh. I'm just going to go with these. These seem to want to stay out of the deck. So we have authenticity as well. Destiny. And harvest. Okay, so I feel like you're definitely going to be receiving a plethora of like opportunities coming your way, and I feel like you are entering a really prosperous and abundant period for yourself. And I feel like this is something that is destined for you. Like, this is something that is a part of your path. And I think that this is a message to just stay really true to advocating for yourself and what is authentic for you, and staying aligned with your values and your own integrity and who you are, just staying really rooted and grounded in that. Just so you don't lose yourself in this like rush or outpouring of just like blessings coming your way. This feels like a change in circumstances to me. Yeah, this feels like a change in circumstances to me, but I feel like sometimes when, like, say for example, I'm a singer and I have been working for a long time to get a record deal, and say that I'm discovered, or like I post a video of me singing a cover that goes viral on TikTok, and I'm approached by 5 different music labels, and they all have really generous offers. And I could feel like, wow, this is an outpouring of blessings and abundance, and I've worked so hard for this, and I deserve this, and I just want everything that's coming for me. I want everything that's meant for me. I want to harvest everything that is meant for me. And I think that just staying really rooted in who you authentically are in your heart, and letting that guide you, and like letting your own values and your own authenticity guide you, that is how you stay on your destined path. That's how you do what is best for you and still reap the prosperity and abundance that is meant for you. But you're just doing it in a way that is more authentic for you and better for you in the long run. But especially with that 8 here, that makes me feel like a lot of abundance. With this number 3, that makes me think of like just your angels being around you. This makes me think of the 3 of Cups in tarot. And usually in my tarot deck, my favorite tarot deck that I like to use, it's 3 people hugging each other. So that's what comes to mind with that number 3. Like, I do feel like you have some good protection going on from your spirit team. 8 in numerology represents abundance. And so, and then we have 2 7s here, which I believe 7s break down into like a spiritual journey. I believe. I'm not completely sure though. Like, there are things that I am still learning, but I could be wrong about that. But, or maybe the 7th house in astrology is about spirituality. I'm not sure. The number 7 could be significant to you. It could not be. So that's not something for us to get caught up on. But overall, the main theme here is like, I do see the blessings coming your way is so much prosperity and abundance. This is like your destiny, like something that was always destined for you and meant for you coming true to you, and it allows you to be your most authentic self in the most beautiful ways. But I do think that just practicing discernment through all of this and not just getting like caught up in the glitz and glam of everything, and just being sure to see things for who they really are, or see things for what they really are, and let your authenticity guide the way. That's how you can just really harvest everything that is meant for you and protect yourself in the process. So we are going to use tarot to see what energy you will be working through on the way to this blessing. So my intention with this part of the reading is to see just like what sort of energy, experiences, like signs or synchronicities. Wow, I'm terrible at multitasking. Signs or synchronicities may be prevalent for you around the time that this blessing is coming in, or these blessings are coming in, because it does seem like a lot, group 1. So let's see. What energy will my group 1s be working through? What energy are my group 1s working through? What energy or signs will my group 1s be working through? Okay. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Six of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like you're receiving some, with this Ace of Swords, this is you like receiving some sort of download, some sort of insight, some sort of download, some creative inspiration. This is an idea that you have, like a plan, a vision that you have. And I think this really does tie in with it being part of your destiny. So this is some sort of idea or like creative inspiration, some sort of download, divine inspiration that is coming to you, or that you have, or you could have it already, or if you don't know what this is, it could be something that is coming up for you, or just happening in the future. It could be happening soon or in the future. Again, the timing could vary for each of you, with this being a general reading. But with the Six of Wands, this makes me think of like support, success. Like this is you receiving, someone to me receiving like a lot of like praise and admiration or adoration, just like a lot of like people cheering you on, and you're soaking it all in. And I think maybe this message of authenticity and staying rooted in your authenticity could also be like, this person has spotlights on them. Like the spotlight is on you, group number one. Whatever you're doing, like you're receiving a lot of praise, a lot of recognition for this, a lot of success. And I think it's important for you to just, and this is something that's a part of your path, like this is meant for you, but it's also meant for you to stay authentic to who you are in your heart, and let that be the thing that you stay rooted in throughout this entire experience. Because it can be really easy, like with the message that we saw with that All That Glitters card, to just get caught up in a lot of like superficial things that don't really matter, superficial connections, or just situations that aren't really aligned with what's best for us or who we really are, or maybe just aren't the best situations for us to be in, because you want to receive this praise, because it feels good to be acknowledged in these ways. But I think that it's important to remember, I'm hearing like that's not the goal. That's not the goal of what you're doing. This is bigger. This is your destiny. This is bigger than the praise that you're receiving. This is bigger than the recognition. This is bigger than the material things that come along with it. Although that is an amazing blessing that's coming for you, I think that this message is a reminder that it's so much bigger than the material reward or recognition or status that you will be reaping from whatever this like idea or thing, your new thing that you're pursuing is. Because then it's like, what was it all worth? Then like you don't enjoy the prosperity that you have, then it's empty, then you're not genuinely fulfilled. It's kind of how I feel with this Knight of Pentacles. That may not be the traditional reading of the card, but it's just like how I am feeling. So take this how it resonates. But that's just kind of what's coming up for me, because then it kind of like, it's bittersweet. This is like a bittersweet feeling to me. It's like I have all of this praise, I have all of this recognition. This is making me think of like a really big like influencer, or somebody who just like pops, has a big a big social media presence, and has gained like a lot of popularity. Like this is just like someone blowing up is kind of what it seems like to me. And I think that can come with a lot of glitz and glam and a lot of perks and a lot of material abundance. And I think these are things that it's perfectly okay to enjoy those things. And I think you deserve to enjoy those things. But I also think it's just a reminder to stay rooted in your authenticity, stay grounded in who you are, because then if you do kind of get caught up in these things that aren't true to you, and you get caught up in all these superficial things, you lose yourself, and you lose the genuine connections in your life, and you just kind of make yourself more vulnerable and susceptible to things that aren't good for you, things, people, and situations that aren't good for you. And then it kind of feels like, was it all for nothing? Because I feel like this success and this prosperity is something that's happening for you either way. But I think you can also, along with that material abundance, have prosperity and abundance in other ways. Why not also have the inner fulfillment of being who you are and staying true to you, and having that level of confidence in yourself as well? Authenticity is such a hard thing. I think it sounds good, and I think it sounds good to say, like, be authentic, be who you are, but it's a challenge. It can be a really hard thing for a lot of people. And so I feel like this is something that you will just kind of have to continuously dedicate yourself to, continuously practice. I feel like this is also, I'm hearing, like, so you don't get taken advantage of, is also what I'm hearing. Because I think sometimes when there is someone of a certain position, power, status, or like level of material abundance or financial status, people want more from them, or can expect more from them, because they see it as maybe they have more to give, or it can be easy for people to feel entitled to what someone has if they feel like they want that too, but they don't have it, or I don't know. So this to me is just feeling like it's also a protection for you, so you're not taken advantage of and put in a bad situation. Let's look into our last deck. I will have all of the decks that I am using in the description box if you want to check those out. But we're just going to get some final messages on just general guidance. General guidance, general advice from your spirit team. But just to wrap this up before we get into that, because I realized that I didn't kind of wrap that part up in a good way. I think that this is the energy that you will be working through just around the time that this is coming in. It feels like something that's kind of like, it feels like a rush. It feels like it happened over such a long period of time, but also all at once with this coming in. But I think the timing also will feel different for everyone, but it feels like something that's a whirlwind that can be easy to get caught up into. So I think that, like, you will know that this is happening for you when you're experiencing new ideas, a lot of creative inspiration and divine inspiration. You're receiving a lot of recognition. And I think it's just important to just practice that discernment. Maybe just feeling like you don't know people's true intentions or something. We have you are what you think. This is just going to be, with this deck, general guidance is what we'll close out on. But yeah, let's see. Let's get a couple more cards. General guidance for my pile ones. Your cards are coming out pretty easily. Like they're just oop. It's in you. This is your destiny. It's in you, pile 2. I mean, shoot, pile 1, sorry. It's in you, pile 1. This was always meant for you. That abundance, that big heart, that authenticity that is in you. Like, you are this beautiful butterfly. Realize who you are. Stay rooted in your authenticity. Validate yourself first. Don't get caught up in these like outside opinions, or don't get caught up in just the praise that you receive, because people who don't truly understand you and know you, like, always remember the people who know, love, and accept you as your authentic self, including yourself. But I think it can be easy to get caught up in the praise, and then, you know, you forget who you are, or you feel like I don't know. I just think it could change at any minute. I think we see with social media and like celebrity culture, influencer culture. I think it's easy for like 1 minute people love you, they love everything you do, and it just takes the smallest thing for people to be like jumping down your throat and like just flipping the script or just having a different opinion, having a different feeling. I think things can change at any time, you know, with people who don't genuinely know, love, and accept your authentic self and understand you, and vice versa. Just taking a sip of my tea, but that is what I get from those cards. Like, I think that you're undergoing like a really beautiful growth and evolution. Like, you're blossoming in the most beautiful ways. You're blossoming and evolving through your path in the most beautiful ways. And I think it's important to just stay rooted in who you are and to keep your like values above all else. Something that I like to do is keep my values like really in a visible place for me. I did an exercise with my life coach where we identified what my values were. We did an assessment to help me identify them. And I think your values, while they may be rooted in like core themes, I think the very specific words you maybe use for your values over time can change. I do think like your values could maybe change over time, but I think your core values and just what's important for you to have, experience, and embody in your life, to feel fulfilled, to feel like yourself, to feel authentic. I think those are things that are important for you to stay rooted in and really keep in mind, and stay connected to your heart. Maybe doing things that help you stay connected to your heart chakra, doing a lot of grounding could be really good for you because you're going through a lot of changes, pile one. I think you're growing really quickly. You're growing at yeah, like you're growing really quickly, it seems like, and I think you're evolving into just an even more beautiful person. You're evolving so beautifully on your path, and I think this is something that has been a long time coming for you. Like, I feel like this is something that you always knew would happen for yourself, and I feel like you're coming out of that cocoon and people are able to see the butterfly that you have transformed into, and you're receiving a lot of recognition and praise, and having that acknowledged. And I think that's a beautiful thing. But just stay grounded, stay rooted in who you are, stay connected to your heart chakra, stay connected to your values, and just always remember who you are. Like Mufasa told Simba, remember who you are. Okay, so those are all the messages that I have for you today, my pile number ones. Thank you so much for letting me read your cards. Thank you for being a part of this Inner Alchemy Oracle community. If you like this reading, please like, comment, subscribe if you feel called to, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, my lovely group twos. If you chose this blue crystal, I don't remember the name, but I will have it in the description box below, so check there for the name of this crystal. But you chose this crystal and this card. This is your reading all about what blessings are coming your way. So we're going to jump into it with this card that represents your just underlying energy for this pile. I do want to say before I get into this card that that song "Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone," ain't no sunshine when she's gone, that just popped in my head for some reason. I just jammed out to it before I got into your pile. So that could be significant to you in some way. If that resonates, that could be a very specific message for one or some of you. But we are going to get into your reading, group two. We have Fork in the Road. This is making me feel like some decision that you are coming to, like you're having to come to some sort of decision. This could be a decision that has to do with your home life, or a decision that is just impacting, maybe has like a longer term effect. Maybe it's a decision about your future. But this is giving me the energy of just like making some sort of decision. Having choices. So we are going to actually look in the guidebook to see the different messages for how this could apply to you. I love how thorough this guidebook is. As you can see, it's a little thick, so let's get into it. Okay, number 13, that could be a significant number for you, 13. We have fork in the road, essential meanings, time to make a decision, considering the consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligation to make a necessary choice. The Oracle's message, every choice has a consequence. You've arrived at a fork in the road and are being asked to come to a decision. Will you further your dreams by choosing left or by choosing right? Will you take the road less traveled or the one well worn by others who have come before you? This is your choice and yours alone to make. Circumstances and other people will not make it for you. Be present and do not avoid this junction, for it is an important crossroads. Take heart, as no matter which path you choose, you will have a rich and meaningful experience. For our relationship message, we have, you have reached a moment of truth in the evolution of your relationship. Which will you choose? To open up to the possibility of love or to remain isolated, to go deeper and commit to mutual passion or to walk away? This is a time to take responsibility for your truest desire and follow it. Be honest with yourself about what you're willing to do, invest, and give. Then choose. You cannot make a wrong choice. If you move forward with a relationship, know that it will be based in truth and authenticity. You will have made a conscious decision rather than simply hanging on because you don't want to be alone or ending things because you're afraid of the intensity of genuine connection. All roads lead to the lessons you must learn in your relationships. Regardless of the decision you make, it will place you on the path to a truer experience of the heart. I love that. Yeah, I'm getting just so far with these messages that no matter what decision you make, like, it will be the best for you, and you just have to trust yourself and make this decision from an authentic place. But this is a general reading, so many of you could be making different decisions about different things, and this will apply differently. But that does seem like a very just clear message. For the prosperity message, we have, you've come as far as you can on this part of your journey, and now you're faced with a choice. Inherent in this choice is the need for change, for evolution, and for a bettering of your circumstances. Narrow it down to just a single question. What do I need to become, and what do I need to believe in order to live a life of prosperity? Answer honestly and from the heart. Then the decision about which way to go will be effortless. Know that abundance is all around you. Choose to see it, and it will be easier to settle on a direction, for the way will be made clear by your intuition, which knows how to steer you toward your well-being. Yeah, oh my gosh. This is definitely like you can trust yourself to make this decision group too. So, but you gonna have to make it, honey. Finally, for our protection message, we have, indecision is extremely frustrating and will lead to anxiety, loss, and confusion. At this juncture, you can't remain in place without losing your way altogether. Avoid the tendency to let others choose for you, which amounts to a subtle refusal to take responsibility. Do not give your power away, not even to this oracle. By not making a choice, you are making a choice for which you must be accountable. If that choice leads to undesirable circumstances, take heart. Spirit never tires of giving you second chances. You can always start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. Okay, yeah, there's definitely some sort of decision you're making, and I feel like it's important for you to trust your intuition, trust that to be the thing that guides you, follow your heart, connect to your heart, and trust that to lead you into the right direction and the experience that you're meant to have. But either way, you're protected through it. So we are going to start off looking at the main themes of what this blessing or blessings, if it's multiple, will be. So we are going to pull a few cards. Actually, I'm just going to shuffle again. But yeah, this will just show us the general energy for these blessings. This could show up specifically in each person's experience in a different way. So just take it how it may resonate or apply for you. And I'd love to see you come back in the comments to see maybe how this energy showed up for you after you come across this reading. We have Destiny, which, funny enough, also came out for the last pile in a different order. So this is way too many cards, so I'm gonna keep shuffling. What are the main themes for my pile? Twos. Themes of these blessings for my pile 2. What is the energy of the blessings for my group number 2? Okay. So we have Destiny, Creativity, Health, and Strength. With this Destiny card, I do feel like, you know, this is a decision, this is an experience that is meant to be a part of your path. And like the Oracle said, whatever this decision or that you'll come to make or experience that you're in, it's meant to be on your path. It's something that you're meant to learn from. I do really heavily feel like just trusting your intuition and connecting to your intuition will be crucial for you at this time to just really do what is the most aligned and best thing for you. With the light coming down, this makes me feel like, just think of channeling. And the purple makes me think of the third eye. And like, just receiving downloads. This makes me think of your intuition and receiving the information. So I think just like trust the guidance that you've been receiving. I feel like you could have been seeing synchronicities or signs around you already. I feel like some of you may already know the decision to make and you're just reluctant because you're scared of what's going to happen. But it's important to take ownership of your life and your path and really find purpose in being intentional about the decisions you're making in your life and each day of your life. And you can't be so scared to make a mistake that you just end up stuck and not making action or not taking action, because it doesn't mean that you don't have to deal with the lesson or experience or whatever it is that you're meant to. You'll just kind of make it harder on yourself or have to experience it in a different way that maybe is less of your choice. So I think you're meant to make this choice and it's meant to teach you something and show you something, but I think just really trust in your intuition. I feel like this could be a decision about your health for some of you. Maybe this is an important health decision, and if so, just disclaimer, I am not encouraging you in either way in what direction to go, and I do feel like this is really vague in general in terms of what direction to go. I don't feel like Spirit is giving me any indication of like what decision you should make, but I feel like it could be a decision about your health, or this could be like your health. Like one of these blessings could be that your health is improving, or you're just feeling really energized and a lot of vitality and strength. That could be physical strength, that could be like strength and stability, emotionally or in other ways. But I do feel like this is your like health and well-being improving. I think this is you really finding a lot of strength in yourself and in your body and in who you are. And this could also be a blessing of your intuition strengthening. But I think that whatever the situation is, or maybe the blessing that comes from a decision that you have to make, I think this is just confirmation that you are on the right path, and to just really, like, this is your intuition strengthening in a way. And I do think that you're going to end up doing the best thing for you with the health and strength cards. Like, this is a decision that is really supporting you in the best ways possible, supporting your overall health and well-being and what you need to feel and be strong in whatever way you desire or need that. So we're going to take a look at some tarot. Just to see what energy you will be working through or will be coming into your experience as you are on the way to this blessing, or these blessings coming into your experience. So 1 second, I'm going to turn my air purifier off because my air came on and it's kind of loud. I had this air purifier on because I was heating up some salmon earlier, and I just don't like my home smelling like food, but I felt like it was getting a little loud in the background. So but yeah, we're just gonna take a look at these tarot cards to see what energy you will be working through or experiencing as this blessing is entering your experience. So what energy will my pile choose be working through? Wow, your pile has so many cards wanting to come out. The first one did too, but the cards are really jumping out today. Okay, we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Shoot, this is right. We have the Four of Swords, Four of Cups in reverse, and the Fool. Okay. So I feel like something that you are working through, and maybe something that could be contributing to the fear or resistance that you may be experiencing right now, is maybe some sort of like wound or fear related to your stability or your home life or your family life or your ability to create your dreams for yourself. But I do feel like this reading is here to reassure you that it is a part of your destiny to receive these blessings of health and well-being and what is truly best for you, and just feeling vibrant and in love with life and receiving the guidance and having the strength to fulfill your destiny, having the guidance to fulfill your destiny, being equipped with the tools and the energy necessary to fulfill your destiny. But I do feel like maybe there are some blocks around that, like with this Four of Swords. There's some sort of healing that you will be doing in order for these blessings to really make their way into your experience. There is like a healing that you're going through related to whatever situation has to do with like your family life, home life, stability, maybe anything related to your root chakra. I feel like that is something that you are healing and working through, and that could apply differently for different people. I think you're also healing your ability to dream a little bit more, or to wish for something more, or to believe in something for yourself, to believe like that you are worthy of receiving. Yeah, just like your ability to be able to receive, I think is something that you're also healing. But this definitely makes me feel like it's something to do with like your root chakra, your like home, family, relationships, intimacy, your ability to provide stability and create stability for yourself, your foundation, something to do with you could be working on healing your root chakra. But I do feel like ultimately this healing will allow you to kind of come through as a new person. And so this decision could even be like something like a mindset shift, like you choosing to go in a certain direction, or it doesn't even have to be like some major earth-shattering decision. It could seem so small, but genuinely have the biggest impact on you energetically. So again, this can apply differently to different people, but with this Fool card, I do feel like you are coming out of this healing process with a new perspective, or just like kind of allowing yourself to be open and just trust where you're led a bit more. To just, you're being open to trusting where you're led a bit more, and trusting in your destiny and your destined path. So to close out this reading, we are going to look into these oracle cards to see what general guidance your spiritual team has for you, group 2, just in terms of receiving these blessings. So we'll just see what comes up. What general advice do you have, my group 2s, for receiving these blessings? That's way too many. What advice do you have for my group 2s in terms of receiving these blessings? Advice for my group 2s for receiving these blessings. Advice for group 2 for receiving these blessings, please. And one more. Oh. Okay. Actually, move this right here. Okay, sorry. It's gonna bother me if it's not lined up a little bit. Okay, anywho, we have inner conflict resolution. This is actually upside down. So let me turn that around. Inner conflict resolution. This is kind of making me feel like as above, so below, as within, so without. Like that internal healing is having such a big impact on the world around you and your energy and vitality and your ability to create abundance and fulfill your dreams and fulfill your destiny. So I do feel like you're reaching some sort of, like, this is definitely you healing whatever this block is. You are healing it, and so that is a big blessing that is coming through. You're healing whatever block this is for you around your ability to receive abundance. This is you really coming to a resolution within yourself. You're having a major breakthrough. This is like big with this breakthrough card, and how this like crystal, or yeah, like this little pyramid crystal is coming out of the eye. Like you're definitely receiving some strong intuitive downloads and insights. Like you are really being strongly guided at this time. You are being so supported through this process, group 2. And I think just that healing work that you are doing is really allowing you to make better decisions for yourself, to live your life from a better place, like from a more intuitively guided place, from a place that really supports your overall health and well-being in every area of your life. And this is you just attracting the best things in life. This is you being on your aligned path. Like this is you really being in alignment with your destined path and what is best for you through this inner healing, through this inner work that you're doing. And it's really expressing itself in such obvious ways for you, like physically and energetically and spiritually, intuitively. You're having big breakthroughs because of this, and that is allowing you to just move through life in such a different way that helps you heal these like maybe scarcity wounds that you have, and create the life that you desire for yourself. So those are all the messages that I have for you, Group 2. Thank you so much for being here and allowing me to read your cards for you. If you enjoyed this reading or have insights from it or anything like that, let me know which pile you picked down below. If you enjoyed it, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel for future readings if you feel called to do so. And again, just thank you for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello, my lovely Group 3s. If you chose this Tiger's Eye crystal, then this is your reading all about what blessings are coming your way. So this card represents the underlying energy for your group, maybe like subconscious energy for your groups. We're going to take a look at the guidebook to see the different messages that could represent this underlying energy. It could show up in different specific ways for each of you, but that's what we will start out with. And then we'll also take a look into the main energies or themes of these blessings, what energy you will be working through as this blessing is coming into your experience or on the way to it, and then just general advice and guidance from your spiritual team. So starting off, we have Never Ending Story. I'm hearing Heartbreak Hotel by Michael Jackson in my head for some reason. That could be significant to somebody. Maybe the song could be significant, or maybe this has to do with some sort of heartbreak or disappointment. But with Never Ending Story, I feel like it's not actually, I don't know. Let's get deeper into, let's see what the guidebook says and get deeper into the reading. But this does feel like some sort of disappointment, some sort of heartbreak or disappointment. This is 37. Okay, Never Ending Story. Essential meanings: self-criticism, the wounded ego, unnecessary dramas. That makes sense with the mirror. There is the mirror right there. Yeah. This like little fairy looks all emotional. The wings are drooping. I was combining drooping and wings, and they were about to come out in the same word, child. But anyway, the book says, for the oracle's message, there is a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and loss, rejection and humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, and all manner of suffering born of unnecessary dramas. It is the old story whose refrain is that you cannot do this, must not go there, should not say that, lest your world come crumbling down. Today, know that none of that is actually true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in a lie, wants to protect you, and needs to be seen as a victim. Love that lost piece of you. Fear is all it knows. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story, and the narrator is simply the voice of your fearful part, small and vulnerable and easily soothed. This feels like maybe some of you may struggle with anxiety, which can be really hard. And if you do, I really feel for you. That is something that I struggle with myself, and especially when it shows up for me in like physical symptoms, that can be really physically and energetically exhausting. So if that is something that you deal with, my heart goes out to you, and I'm sending you lots of love. For the relationship message, we have, sometimes your heart enters into a contract with another that results in pain, not because of abuse or neglect, but for other more complex reasons. Shame, Fear of intimacy and low self-esteem are the greatest challenges to the success of a relationship. Consider how valuable this knowledge is, however. Right now, you have an opportunity for important healing, but you must reflect on the stories you weave about love, connection, abandonment, rejection, and loneliness. Not only do you need to begin a new story, you need to forgive yourself for telling yourself the old ones. Have compassion for the part of you that believes all those narratives. None of them were ever true anyway. This, I'm hearing like inner child healing. I'm hearing like parts work also. That's something that I did with my therapist. So maybe finding a therapist or working with a licensed clinician, and maybe trying some sort of like just getting help and integrating and having more self-compassion towards that anxious and fearful part of yourself, and support for managing your anxiety and developing better coping skills, because it may be something that, like, you know, you just, maybe this anxiety or this fear is something that just never goes away, but it just is a part of yourself that you can love and accept and at least soothe and calm down and get to not like take over, and kind of treat like how you would a child that may be scared. You soothe them and you help them move forward and brave whatever it is that they're scared of. You provide them with the support and the tools. And so, yeah, maybe getting like a therapist or something could be really supportive for you in managing these different challenges that you're having. For the prosperity message, we have fear, envy, procrastination, greed, and the perception of victimhood could all be active in your life at this moment. Are you comparing yourself with others, thinking their success should be yours? Maybe you're afraid of all the good that is coming your way, so you step out of your lane, totally aware of what you're doing, but seemingly powerless to stop yourself. Are you back where you started, or in a situation that reminds you of past failures? Financial insecurities scaring you? You must learn to love yourself through missteps and sabotaging moments. Use criticism constructively right now. Better yet, stop telling this story altogether. Make up a new one. The universe loves you deeply and will wait for you to figure that out. Tell a new story and success is all but guaranteed. You can do it. This is giving like, yeah, like playing the victim, or just really feeling like a victim, or disempowering yourself, like feeling really powerless against your circumstances. But I'm getting that that is just not true, or maybe allowing past mistakes to hold you back in some way, or just keep you stuck in like feelings of shame or something. So either way, these could all be great things to work out with a journaling practice or with a therapist or someone you trust. And then finally, for the protection message, we have, this is a time to avoid drama at all costs, especially when it comes to other people's stuff. Your sensitivity is on overload these days, and you're best served by keeping your distance. Your mantra today is, not my circus, not my monkeys. That saying was just on TikTok. If you guys are on TikTok and saw this whole story about like this woman named Sophia who was dating a man that ghosted her all of a sudden, there's another page on there that's like nosy something. I don't know, their page is like nosy something that basically recaps all of these like public situations that go on or whatever. And it was talking about like how Sophia ended up coming out that she was dating a married man and all this other stuff. And in one of those posts, Sophia was like, I'm moving on. I'm not letting this keep me down. I'm not going to be concerned with the things that don't matter. I'm focused on my healing, not my circus, not my monkeys. So, maybe that was something you were meant to hear. You know, how Sophia is going through a hurtful situation based on those TikToks, if you've seen them. Like, she was really healing a lot through that. And I think I saw something where she said she was in therapy as well. So, yeah, maybe this is like even more confirmation of just don't let these disappointments or mistakes or perceived failures keep you down. So let's get into the rest of your reading. We're going to start off with some oracle cards to see what the main energy and themes of these blessings will be. So we have the underlying energy that is kind of like influencing everything. And then we'll just look more deeply to get more details into these blessings and your situation. So, what are the main themes of these blessings for my group twos? We have psychic protection. That up a little. There we go. Okay. We also have this main themes for group three. What are my main themes for group 3? I keep calling everyone the wrong group today. What are the main themes? My group 3s of the blessings. What are these blessings for my group 3s? I'm gonna take the top 2. Okay. So we have psychic protection around me now, a shield of gold protecting me strong and bold. Yeah. I feel like you could be in a really like vulnerable state right now. So maybe looking up some sort of like maybe doing psychic protection meditations on YouTube, or wearing crystals like black tourmaline, or sleeping with like amethyst under your pillow or like by your bed, or just whatever forms of psychic protection. Like maybe do some research and see what resonates with you. Visualization, like you don't have to spend money. It could be absolutely free. Intention is a very powerful thing. So maybe looking some stuff up on YouTube, but I like to do visualization meditations for myself for energetic and like psychic protection as well. So that could be something that's really helpful for you at this time, because I think you could be in a really like vulnerable space right now. But I think that you are really being encouraged to, I think with this underlying energy, you doing some form of psychic protection, but I think you're also just receiving a lot of just energetic protection in general. But this is an encouragement to just kind of be mindful of where you extend yourself and where you place your energy and who you're around. But I think you are really you're receiving a lot of psychic protection and spiritual protection during this time, because I do feel like you could be coming out of a period where you're feeling more vulnerable, or you could still be feeling that way, or you're like transitioning out of that energy. But I feel like there is a lot that you're learning from that. There's a lot of like wisdom that you have gained from whatever this experience or like disappointment is. And it kind of makes me think of like, the only time we fail is when we stop trying, because even when we make a mistake or we don't have an anticipated result or the expected result during something, there's always something we can take away from that experience or that failure or that mistake. There's always something we can take with us and then try again and do it differently the next time. And that's just a part of life sometimes. But I feel like you're able to use whatever wisdom or knowledge you gained from this experience to really create and open up like new playful feelings for yourself. This is like transitioning out of this like victim energy, this like feeling like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, like nothing ever works out for you, feeling really limited to you're healing these things, you're working on your energy, you're clearing these things out. Maybe you're doing something like Reiki or some sort of energy healing, but this is allowing you to connect back to that energy of fun and joy and playing. Like in this card, there's fairy wings, right? And so when you think about fairies, you think about like being playful and like whimsical energy and like just having fun, really childlike energy, just more fun, lighthearted energy. So I feel like whatever you're learning from this situation is allowing you to transition out of this energy and realize, like this card said, it's not the end of your journey. This is a new beginning that you are stepping into your journey. And you're also stepping into this beautiful energy of just feeling really like in love with life again, enjoying yourself, just really feeling more playful with life. But I feel like this is a new beginning coming in for you. You're feeling good, you're feeling playful, but you are also you know, have a lot of wisdom that you've gained as well. And with this tiger's eye, I need to do better with talking about the crystals in my readings. I intuitively picked them, but I do feel like with this tiger's eye, this represents like stability as well. And so I feel like with this new beginnings card, like this is a new stable beginning for you. And I think whatever fear or limiting beliefs or mindsets you had, like you're healing those and you're telling a new story, you're learning new things, you're gaining new perspectives, and you're going about things in a different, more playful way that works better for you and supports these new beginnings to be able to open up in your life more. So let's look at the tarot cards next to see what energy you'll be working through on the way to these blessings, to these new beginnings. But yeah, you are really protected during this time, whatever you're going through, like you've been protected and you'll continue to be protected, but there's a lot of wisdom that you've gained, the ability to open up and play and just see things, see the world in a new light, and that opens you up to being able to accept and receive and see new beginnings for yourself. So, what energy is my pile 3 working through on the way to these blessings? Okay. We have the Knight of Pentacles, which came out for another pile. 7 of Wands and 9 of Pentacles. These came out in reverse, but for some reason, I feel like they're meant to be upright, or maybe this is like you're coming out of the reverse for this energy into the upright energy for these cards in this new beginning. Like that's something that you're working through. But I do feel like this is a new path of abundance that you are going down. This is you feeling really stable and like, yeah, this is just like a new journey of abundance that you're beginning down, which is really great. I feel like this is also you really connecting to your like inner authenticity, inner passions, inner playfulness. You're enjoying like these, it's like your ability to enjoy life and the things around you is coming alive a bit more. Like you're seeing the glimmers in life. And again, it's like this whimsical fairy-like energy. You're able to connect really deeply with yourself and your intuition, and like this is making me think of your solar plexus, like you're strongly connecting to who you are and rooting in yourself in like a newfound way. This could also, it makes me think of like having a meditation practice as well. I as a way to, like we were talking about, visualizations for that psychic protection. So that's kind of making me think of that also, just with how this person is sitting on the card. But I feel like you'll find yourself enjoying life again. So I feel like in the reverse, if these cards were all in the reverse, if this is the new energy that you want to walk into, some energy that you are working through to be able to embody this energy of like feeling abundant, having these new beginnings, having this abundance, feeling really like strong and confident in yourself and your experience and who you are, and being on this path of abundance. The reverse could be feeling really limited, or like you're lacking in resources, feeling disconnected from yourself and unable to connect with yourself and see a vision for yourself or take the bigger picture from something. And like this is really giving like lack mindset. Like I feel like you've really been dealing with, or you are working through, an extreme lack mindset, an extreme scarcity mindset, just a lot of like self-deprecating mindsets and behaviors. I feel like is something that you're coming out of. So you are really being protected and supported during this time, but I do feel like reaching out for even more support. There is no shame in receiving support. I've been in therapy just on and off. Like I'll go for a while, take breaks because it can be intense, but I've done it consistently since 2018, and it's now January 2025 at the time I'm recording this, and it has been something that's really helped me just navigate my life in a much healthier and better way, but also receive the support for like processing and knowing how to cope with my anxiety and just tough experiences and emotions. And that has allowed me to be able to open up into experiencing and seeing new possibilities for myself, and opening up into a new kind of freedom, and realizing that I deserve to enjoy life and have fun and play, and that I do deserve good things. So I feel like that could be something that you're working through. Like this is energy that you're working through as well, with those coming through initially in reverse, but I felt like they should be upright. So I feel like that's kind of like the energy that you're working through. We're going to end off with seeing what general advice and guidance your spiritual team has for you. So, yeah, just general advice and guidance for receiving these blessings. So we'll see what your spirit team... Oops, sorry if that was loud. That was loud to me too. But we'll see what advice your spirit team has for you. What advice do you have for my group threes? Whoa. We have Destiny Path. Destiny? Okay, so in a different Oracle deck, the card Destiny came out for pile 1 and 2. And then in this different Oracle deck, the card Destiny Path is coming out. So I feel like this collective is really working through some deep things. This collective is working through some things that are really meant to help you embody the best parts of yourself. And in very different, like it's all very different energies, but it's just all working through something that's helping you embody a better part of yourself and your destined path, your abundance. This is like transformation. We also have the illusion. So this is like seeing past illusions, seeing past the illusions in your mind. How is your mind being self-deprecating to you? How are you hurting your own self? What illusions can you release and let go of that are hurting you? What mindsets can you release and let go of that aren't serving you? And then we also have prayer answered. So maybe having like an altar with your intentions, or having some sort of spiritual practice, like where you're praying, a journal, some sort of spiritual practice that you can commit to could be good for you at this time, just for staying grounded and feeling really rooted and protected. But I think that you also are receiving answered prayers, and like you're receiving the healing and the love and the experiences that you've been wanting, and this is a part of your destiny. Like, this abundance is your birthright. This is meant for you to have. And I think along the way, there are important things that you're meant to learn and experience and grow from, so that you can grow into the person that is able to receive this abundance in the healthiest and best ways for you, and to just fully receive it and enjoy it, and embody the energy of that person. So these are all the messages that I'm seeing for you, group 3. Thank you so much for being here and allowing me to read for you. I love this, and I'm sending you so much love as you go through this journey. Doing any sort of like self-healing is never easy, but I'm so proud of you for doing this. This is for you. Do it for you. Do it for yourself, because you deserve it. And this is part of your path on the way to something so much greater. Don't let your mind or yourself be your biggest enemy. Break past those illusions. Like, you can be free from them, and I'm just sending you so much love, group 3. So if you enjoyed this reading, please give it a like, comment down below if you feel called to do so, and subscribe so you can stay connected for future readings. But I love you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.